Hey, we're back, Coon Prairie Ramblers, and we're still talking about the bandanas.
Rambling along.
And the difference between a bandana, a handkerchief, a kerchief, a white towel, a white flag.
Well, just what are the differences?
I thought you had some more there.
Well, when I think of a handkerchief, I think of a lot smaller.
Yeah,
and they're not
the little white thing with the
well,
initials
no,
on
not
it.
all. Some of, and I think a handkerchief, I don't even think it's something you use. I think it's a lot of time decorative.
Yeah.
Like a suit pocket, and you got it folded just right with a little coming out. It
Oh,
folds.
yeah.
And I think of, a handkerchief is something that you hand to a female, a damsel in distress when she's crying, and you say, here.
Is that what you laid down in the mud puddle for?
No, that's your jacket.
That's your jacket.
Oh, forget
Or
that.
your cloak.
Forget that.
No, and she drops hers accidentally on purpose so you can pick it up for her.
Yeah.
When she's
then
flirting
you throw
with
your
you.
back out when you pick it up. Oh, then you make a fool of yourself when you try to hand it to her.
I just happen to have a book here in my hand called The Bandanna Book, 103 Uses to Express the Inner You. And here's one we missed. A loincloth.
Oh, I've never done that.
Johnny Weissmuller.
Why
He was
not?
wearing a handkerchief, or a cravat. You didn't
Well,
say cravat.
Cravat.
Luke mentioned it.
Oh,
A cravat. I did.
is that what Johnny Weissmuller was wearing in all those movies?
No, it was a piece of hide off of something there.
Oh, of a kangaroo or something.
You can have it for a weapon of biblical fights.
Oh, yeah, you could use for a slingshot.
For a sling, that's what it says in this book right here. For a sling, you can play tug of war, a windsock. I can make one out
Wait a
of
minute,
it.
wait a minute. A windsock?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like you tie G.I. Joe to it and throw them up in the air?
Oh, I've done that many times.
A
Parachute.
parachute, yeah.
No, windsock. It tells you which direction the wind's coming from. You see
Oh,
them
yeah, you can just
sock
hold
at
it
the
up in the
airport?
air, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so
Molotov cocktail. You're going to need it for that.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Stick in somebody's gas
I can
tank,
see
light
a
it on
bunch
fire.
of people, I won't build Molotov cocktails. Anybody got a handkerchief? Yeah, I got one.
Oh, my goodness. Well, here's one we can't even mention. You're never going to know what we're laughing at right now.
Oh, boy.
You're laughing like you've done it before. All
Take a
right.
picture of it.
Banner waving.
Oh, you can use one for a bib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bib.
A bib, that's
a
right.
bib, yeah.
How about this? Making a bald man cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
good for
there we
male.
go.
But cool how?
Well,
Because you don't look like you're bald.
it keeps the sun off
Or cool your
too.
head off.
And
yeah.
if you really want to look cool and you got a little bit of hair in the back,
Yeah.
That's right.
grow out a ponytail, put on the bandana, and I say, well, that cool dude. You got a bandana and a ponytail.
That's super cool.
But they don't know.
Is
It's
that
your
also
bald-headed.
called a do-rag?
The do-rag they keep on their heads.
Yeah. And but you can buy those things specifically
Made
designed
to be a
to
dude.
fit
For
on
people
the
that
head.
are challenged, you can't tie a handkerchief or
Yeah.
a bandana on their head.
Right. My earliest memories of the bandana was either cowboys wear them or hobos had them on a stick
bindle.
with their stuff in them.
A bindle.
A bindle.
The
They had all their
hobo
stuff
thing,
tied
yeah.
up in them on
Yeah,
a
A
stick.
bindle? Yeah.
Yeah, when you run away from home. You should have been familiar with that when you ran away from home, did you?
Yeah. I mean, did you have a
You
little
should-
stick with a bandana on it?
No, I didn't have the stick. I just, I think I had a little satchel with me.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I think you ought to,
Attaché case.
Yeah.
I think you should.
Because I meant business.
This is a good
I heard
point
that.
to confabulate on, would be for you to change that memory
Yeah.
to
A stick.
a bandana.
stick.
A stick and a bandana.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
not a broomstick, but like a stick out of a tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
A limb.
And if you say it long enough, you'll get lost between whether it's real
That's right.
Yeah.
or whether you
I'm
confabulate
going to
it.
leave it written the way it's written. That way.
Oh, you need to change that. I'd much rather picture you walking down a railroad track with that over your shoulder.
Yeah. Huh.
Here's a good one. A movie theater seat cover. You don't know
Yeah.
who's been sitting in there behind you.
Or what they were doing while they were sitting there.
That's exact. Shoe polisher.
Oh, the other thing is, you ever seen when they bring out the basket of biscuits or rolls?
Oh, yeah.
And you line it with
Oh, my goodness.
a
That's
bandana.
wonderful.
And then at the end of the meal, you can just wrap that band and take those rolls with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pot holder when you're cooking. I've done that many a
Yep.
time.
I've also seen people take a hat and tie it around the outside of their hat for a hat band. As a matter of fact, I started to do that, but all I had was red, but I wanted to tie one around my hat, like if I had a patriotic looking one.
What would the headband be for? On the hat?
To be patriotic.
To take
Oh.
and
Oh,
to
okay.
take it off for using for different
Okay,
things.
for a signal.
It's a handy.
signal.
You have one in your pocket, have one in your hat. Coffee filters. How about that? That would work.
Yeah. Hey, you could probably make sake coffee with one.
Sake coffee, hanky coffee.
Hanky coffee. And then again, you want to go back to the same rule
That'd be-
for sake coffee is to make sure it's a new or a washed, bleached, clean.
That'd be stanky coffee.
There goes Mel's phone again. He's in demand. How about an egg separator?
An egg separator.
Egg separator. I don't keep my eggs separate. They can cavort all they want with one another.
I had no idea you even need to do that.
No, a gardener's knee pads. How about that? Light bulb changers. You ever use something to was the bulb's hot and you change
Yeah,
it right
yeah,
then?
good idea.
That's a good thing. I'm just hitting the highlights in this book. Just throwing a few of them out there.
Hey, I never thought about this, but I've seen it done. Shoelaces.
Shoelaces, yeah.
If the eyelets were big enough,
Cleaning the keypad off of your computer.
steering wheel cover when it's hot.
A dew collector.
A dew collector.
I wonder if that's why they call them a do-rag.
I don't know.
No,
Why
because
they
there's two
do
different
that.
kind of dews.
Why do they do that?
D-E-W and D-O. Signal flag. We're
Signal
lost
flag?
out in the woods on
Yeah.
the river trying to find a giant cypress tree.
Yeah.
Nobody can find us.
That's exactly right.
And a red flag at the end of your stick of lumber sticking out of the back of the car.
That's
Exactly.
right.
There
Yeah,
you
that's a
go.
good one right there.
Yeah.
Dipstick cleaner.
And if you're in a war and you're
but
surrendering,
what if
you
you-
take a white handkerchief.
What if you put the red handkerchief? They shoot you?
Then a bull comes and chases
Yeah.
you around. Eye patch.
There
Arr,
Arr,
he'll be a
matey.
pirate. We haven't mentioned toilet paper yet, did we?
No, but I have used it for that.
I've
was
sacrificed a pair of socks a time or two.
But I
in the woods.
have used it, and but I threw it away.
I hope so.
Yeah, because then it became a do-rag.
Yeah.
Earmuffs. Earmuffs. Okay, I guess that'd work.
I don't
Yeah.
quite understand how you muff your ears with a bandana.
Be a big one.
Well, keep the dust out of
Hat
your
band
anyway.
is in here. It tells about using it for a hat band. There's one for the ladies.
And you can also wet them, and then that's become a popular thing now. And tie them around your neck to keep cool.
Yeah. Well, if you wait long enough, you'll sweat, and then it'll be wet. And then you go into the restaurant and get cold with the air conditioning, and then it really gets cool.
Yep,
Well, here you go, halter top.
Yeah,
I've seen that done.
That, yeah.
seen that done.
Sometimes it might take 2 or 3 of them to get around you, but one might not do it.
I think it's more for the ladies
I hope so.
to mark a trail.
In a pinch, underwear. That's in here.
Oh, you could
so
use
what-
it. You
wait a
could
minute.
use it to start a fire with.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. What do you need underwear for in a pinch?
Well, in case you get in a wreck, or if
Well,
you're wearing
yeah.
a dress, you might want to wear something.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to be found with a red bandana wrapped around me
Well, you know how when you,
in the hospital.
And if you're kidnapping somebody, you can gag them.
Yeah.
right. Well, when they take you in the hospital, you get brought in there, they're going to cut your britches off. When you
Yeah.
want to have on a pair of drawers, or they cut them off too.
That reminds
Yeah,
me.
but
of
they'd be laughing if they saw a
that
bandana.
reminds me of a whole.
They'd be
nother
laughing
story.
they cut my britches off.
It was a guy that was escaped from GPW, and he's coming into town on a
That's a
motorcycle
state
he
hospital.
stole, and he wrecked right there at 10th Avenue and 70.
Yep.
And I pulled up there, and the fire trucks were there and all, and they had to cut his clothes off. He was hurt pretty bad, and he was scraped from head to toe, and they had to cut his clothes off. I went to cut his clothes off, and he was wearing women's bra and panties. I had to turn my head
I'd have been on the run too.
Well, wait a minute. Why'd you have to turn your head?
as
This
it
guy.
didn't do much for me. We got to get out of here. We got to go pay the bills,
Is it time again?
buy some new panties.
Yeah, don't get your
New
bandana. Don't get your bandana in a wad. We'll be back in a couple for the if bomb. Are we on how many seconds?
We're down. We're out of here.
All right, let's go.